fellow Americans, if you have any children in the room, okay? Please get them the hell out of there because shit's going to hit the fan right about now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Donald. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I think what Michael Clive is doing is a terrific service that we can all get behind and understand. It's a terrific thing that he's doing. Hello, I'm Michael Clive. As you figured it out, I'm the world's greatest Trump impressionist, among others, right? There's a lot of others, believe me, that I can tell you. So, and remember, a great impressionist doesn't just do celebrities, okay? He also does everyday people. That woman at the store. So, I don't know how many voices I do, like, since I was, geez. I mean, it's got to be so many because I had a guy the other day who was like, we're working on a celebrity spot for a product. Do you have a list of celebrities you do? No, I really, I don't like using lists. Because I remember years ago, I used to think it was the greatest thing in the world. Oh, let me put all these celebrities on here. I do all these voices. Well, first of all, don't worry. We're going to read Trump's tweets. We'll get to that in a second here, folks. Believe me, that I can tell you. But I just started on this thing here. So, yeah, and I had these lists of celebrities. And, you know, what happens is you start digging way back. You're like, okay, let's see. I do, what's his name from that one show when I was a kid? You just start putting everybody on there. And next thing you realize, what happens is somebody sends you a script because they looked at your list. And they'll send you this script that's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and you're going, nobody knows who this is. Why? And the worst way to write a script is to go, hi, this is so-and-so, and it's like, no. The impression should be good enough to where the people know who it is, because it's so cheap when you have to say, hi, this is Donald Trump. Yeah, you don't do it. You don't do that in the radio spot, folks. You don't do it, okay? You put it on. If people are that stupid, then they shouldn't be listening to the radio in the first place. That's my so yeah, I don't do lists, and it's just, I mean, I do so many voices. I mean, I could hear somebody right now today, some guy who, it doesn't matter who it is. It's like, can you do that voice? I'd be like, yeah, I could do that. You know, it's just, that's too many. And plus, the other thing was, growing up and into the business, because I started when I guess, I've been doing voices my whole life, but professionally, I guess it was about 91. Well, no, let's see, 19, jeez, I'm old. I'm really kidding. Yeah, so, I was doing stand-up comedy, so I guess, yeah, it's been a long time, 1989, 90, jeez, good Lord. But I forget where the hell I was going with that point. Now speaking of my age, I don't like this at all. What the hell? I remember my dad, when he was getting really bad, before he got like, really like, hey, what's going on here? Before he got to that level, I'd be talking, and he'd be like, well, I've got, shoot, it's gone. It's gone. It's just like, it's gone. Now how you feel, Dad? I remember that. But, yeah, so, the other thing I was saying about celebrity impressionists, is you're so proud of all these celebrities you imitate, and I do so. And what happened, the first thing when you get into the business is that an agent or whoever will tell you, well, there's not much call for celebrities in the business, actually, impressions. And you're going, there isn't? But I've worked my whole life. And they're like, no, there isn't. Because they'll get sued, and, you don't want to... Remember those cheap spots? I remember the cheap ones back in the 70s and the 80s with the people. They'd be like, celebrity voice impersonated. Put that in there. That's so stupid. Well, we have to because they'll sue us. Oh, gee, they're going to sue you. It's a local radio spot. You think they're going to hear that? Nobody cares, right? Michael, don't tell people that. Well, anyway, all right. Well, to hell with that. Let's get to the tweets, folks. So anyway, the lesson was, if you're a good impressionist and you do great celebrities, whatever, and you're working your thing and doing all this stuff, do characters. Do characters. Learn everyday people. Learn these crazy people you run into. Speaking of crazy, believe me, right? That I can tell you, right? What do you mean, like with a cloth or just nutty personalities? You know, like Hillary Clinton, right? Bill Clinton, all this stuff. But yeah, wacky people. And speaking of wacky people, I got to tell you this story. I'll do it after the tweets about this freaking nut job I ran into in the gym. Crazy. The guy was nuts, right? Nuts. This will freak you out. And also, don't let me forget, I want to tell you about the wacky driver that I gave the break of death to tonight. I love giving the break of death. The break of death. People say, what's that? Okay, let's get to the tweets, shall we? Let's do the tweets. What do we have? Where's my tweets? And somebody, please, get me a Coke, please. Get me a Coke, please. I want a Coke. All right. We have my tweets right here. Okay. Do I have any new ones? Did I do some new ones? I probably did. I'm doing them all the time. I just keep tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. And there I go. Tweeting away. There I am with my lovely wife, Melania. She's terrific. So here we go. This is, let's do this. Oh, I hope the discovery and eventual recovery of the Argentine submarine San Juan brings needed closure to the wonderful families of those brave missing sailors, excuse me. They're still soldiers, okay? Believe me, that I can tell you, they're still. I look forward to hearing more from my friend, President Mary Kiriki, something, in Argentina later this month. It's going to be terrific when I hear from him. I hope so. Yeah, you don't want to be in a submarine when you have trouble down below. It's a bad way to go. Reminds me of the SS Hunter. Wasn't this the Hunter? The Hunter. Yeah. It was like one of the very first subs. And they thought they had it, and it didn't go well. All right, this is a good one here. Let's do this. This is my... The fake news is showing old footage of people climbing all over our ocean area fence, okay? This is what it really looks like, believe me, okay? Razor wire is the answer to everything. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, okay? Beautiful stuff. No climbers anymore under our administration, okay? Zero climbers, okay? Unless they want to get really bloody. They're not going to be climbing this wall. That's not just wire, folks. It's got little razors on it, okay? They're little razors. They can cut very, very terrible. They'll give you a very terrible cut. So here we go. You heard about this one. We no longer pay Pakistan the billions because they would take our money and do nothing for us like they have been, like they did under Obama and under Bush and all these other assholes, okay? Bin Laden being a prime example, Afghanistan being another. Okay, another. They were just one of many countries that take from the United States without giving anything in return. And that is ending, folks. That is absolutely ending. We're not having that anymore. How did this all get started that everybody just dumps on the United States? Oh, they'll keep sending money. They'll keep sending money. Let's just... They're so stupid, man. They're so freaking stupid. How did this... Man, think about the money this country must generate. Man, we must generate a lot of money. Uh-oh. That sounds like Obama talking. We should be able to give money to everybody. Who's that stupid, that dumb broad? Something Cortez? I don't remember her. Something. I don't know. Cortez, as I've said before, that's not a very good lineage. You wouldn't follow a Hitler, and I don't think you'd want to follow a Cortez either, because They rape and pillage and kill people and wipe out entire civilizations. Look up the Conquistador Cortez, okay? And he killed a lot of people and took their gold. He stole their gold. I'm not kidding. Proud to be a Cortez. Hey, I'm just giving it back to him, you know. If there was somebody running whose name was Hitler, happened to be Hitler, they'd be all over that, right? So, turnabout is fair play, right? Damn straight. All right, now, of course, we should have captured Osama bin Laden long before we did. Believe me, that I can tell you. I pointed him out in my book just before the attack on the World Trade Center. Okay? I did this because I'm Donald J. Trump and President Clinton famously missed his shot. Okay? I don't remember taking any shots. You took plenty of shots, believe me, that I can tell you. We paid Pakistan billions of dollars, and they never told us he was living there. Absolute fools. And it's true. This shit goes on all over the world, you know. It's in America. Oh, America, they're so stupid. It's like the shit at the border. Oh, they're so stupid. They'll let us in. And now the Ninth Circuit in San Francisco is like overturning Trump. Because Trump, what he wanted to do. Well, let's find the tweet. There's one. Here we go. Okay. Let's find my tweet. There it is, folks. There it is. Catch and release is an obsolete term. It is now catch and detain. Illegal immigrants trying to come into the USA, often proudly flying the flag of their nation. Okay? Their nation. You tell me how much sense that makes. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, okay? You like it when I talk up like that? It's... Everybody likes it. It's terrific. What do they? Why? Yeah, they're flying their own flag. This is brilliant, right? Yeah. And then they ask for U.S. asylum. We will be detained. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Will be detained or turned away. Okay, believe me. They will be detained or turned away. Dems must approve border security and wall now. Okay? Big capital letters there. Now. It's like right fucking now, okay? I'm not playing around anymore. I've about had it with you people. You people are crazy. Do it. Cry and chuck. Let's get it done. Cry and chuck. Cry and chuck. You jackass. Schumer. We just found out today, didn't we? Chuck Schumer's daughter works for Facebook. Ah! Collusion. Collusion. Facebook collusion. There we go. Crying Chuck and his daughter in Facebook. Yep, there's some good news for you. Of course, you probably won't hear that on CNN, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, HBO, Showtime. Bill Maher, that... So... I assume everybody's been watching this thing where these people are invading, you know. It's an invasion. The mayor of Tijuana, Mexico, just stated that the city is ill-prepared to handle this many migrants. The backlog could last 6 months. 6 months? That's a long time, folks. It's a long... 6 months. Have you seen the chaos? Have you seen the trash and shit these assholes leave behind? Oh, yeah, we're so humble. Fools. You wanted to say something, Al? Fuck you. I wanted to... Well, I'm trying to clean up the language here a little bit. It's a pain in the ass. Well, I went to run an ad on Facebook. It was the one from the show last week where I had Trump pretended that he was cursing out Comey, or not Comey, but freaking what's his name? That dickwad, the reporter. And I was like saying, "You want a piece of me? Come on, you know." It was. So I edited it down, turned it into a promo, and of course, Facebook kicks it back. Not approved. Not approved. No, it deals with political stuff, and which is okay. We know you're approved for political, but no. There's cursing in it, and that could, that could offend somebody. Well, that's the idea. No, okay. I mean, I get what they mean. It's fine. So what they wanted me to do is take it. I probably should have known better, but I mean, how else am I going to clean up my fucking act if I can't, Yeah, you mother son of a. Yeah, so that sucked. Jim Acosta. It just hit me. See, I'm getting old. Very old. I'm getting very old. This did he misspell this on purpose? So funny to see little Adam Shit. It's supposed to be Schiff, right? Adam Schiff. Talking about the fact that acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker was not approved by the Senate, but not mentioning the fact that Bob Mueller was not approved by the Senate either. And also, he doesn't mention the fact that he himself, Adam Schiff, is a fucking asshole. He doesn't mention that part. Is he a dick, though? Oh, that little weasel, these guys, they get up there. Hey, look, he was one of those ones. Him, along with all these other ones on the panel that were saying about the Kavanaugh thing. They stood right there in front of the camera go, these women have to be believed. Now it's all broke out that they're, actually, when you do say something like that, all women must be believed, that's akin to a racist statement because you're just taking you're covering everybody. And you're just saying everybody who says this or does this or is this. It's like, it's so stupid. These are people in our Congress. They're going against the rule of law. I mean, I can't imagine somebody watching them say this. Oh, women must be believed. They must remember stupid, what's her name, Hirono. Macy Hirono, they must be believed. I'm a stupid bitch. How can somebody in our Congress? And some of these people even practiced law. They were like lawyers. Go with a phrase like that and look people square in the eye. Go, these people have to be believed, Wow. I mean, I'm trying to think of any American. Well, it couldn't have been a level-headed one, that's for sure. Who would sit there and look at that and go, yeah, they should be believed. This is terrible. Oh, Watch the fucking language. You gotta. All right. Yeah, that's funny. It's supposed to be Schiff, right? Shit. A little Adam Shit. He spelled it. I used 2 T's, so it's okay. Chris Wallace. That was a great interview. Chris Wallace. Great guy. Great guy. Good friend of mine, by the way. Very. So the fires. It was in California. Now, I was looking for the one, where is it? I was looking for the part. Let me see if we have it. He's touring, right? He's with Governor Brown, that asshole Governor Brown. What an ass, this guy. Here's the thing. Here they all are. So I'm looking I was going to do a parody of this, for the audio of Trump, saying to him, like, you're going to do like the live microphone shit. So Governor, how does it feel? What do you mean? Well, how does it feel? I mean, this is all your fault. You have blood on your hands. You murdered these people. Everyone who died. You murdered them through your regulations. I did not murder. Absolutely. You killed them. You burned their homes down. Your stupid laws, okay? Here's what you did. Listen to me, okay? Excuse me, I'm talking. Here's what you did, okay? You had these regulations. You had all these dead trees and all this dry brush, and you didn't clear it, okay? You refused to clear it because you wanted to keep everything as it is, okay? Regulations. And you favored dead trees, okay, over live people. You murdered them. This is your fault. And ironically, I find it absolutely ironic what you did, okay, in all your zealous attempts to tell people how to run their lives and keep our air clean, okay? We have to keep our air clean. No this, no that. You have all these things we can't do. Can't use this, can't use that. No plastic straws, okay? All of this bullshit to try to keep your air clean. And guess what? All of that caused a fire that burned up people's homes and everything in people's homes that's very toxic and terrible. It's very terrible to the atmosphere. And now you've set our global warming back about 40 years. Thank you very much. Am I right, though? I mean, that was like one of the first thing or second thing I thought of. When I'm seeing these fires, I'm like, these guys, they didn't clear anything because they were trying to protect, oh, leave those trees alone. Well, you're a fucking fool. Excuse me. You're an idiot. People died because they didn't want to touch anything. Oh, let's leave it as it is. That's ignorance. That's absolute ignorance. It's neglect. It's a total disconcern for the citizens, the people who live in your state. You favored keeping dead trees and not clearing dry. And now, remember, they pushed back when Trump said that first because I agreed with him. I knew this. I've lived in areas. I lived in mountains. I've lived in Yellowstone Park before. And there was things that when a fire started, you could do or you couldn't do. And they had to be very careful. But any fool knows if you have a dry climate already and you haven't had rain in a long time and you got a lot of dead shit laying around, you don't just leave it. Because then it's going to cause a problem for the people who actually live there, Wow. In my opinion, Governor Brown and all these people, these wonderful regulators in California and their legislation, all these legislators and regulators, they have blood on their hands because they're the fault. They started this fire. They killed people, they destroyed their homes, and they also poisoned our atmosphere with all of this shit that was in people's homes that burned up. There's a lot of toxic shit, folks. It's a lot of toxic shit. But it really is. It really is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff when it burns. My gosh, it turns to like cyanide gas, and there's all kinds. So isn't it sadly ironic? All this shit California's been talking for years, and now they just blew a hole in the ozone layer, whatever, the end zone layer. I'm just kidding. I know it's the ozone, but yeah, it's just like, oh no, don't do that. It's like clean up in aisle 4. There's a spill, and so oh no, don't clean up. There's little microorganisms in there. We don't want to kill them. Someone comes by, slips, and breaks their fucking head open, and like, oh, we didn't think of that. So all these people are dead. There's like 1,000 people. They're missing. All this destruction, people's homes, their entire lives are, everything they had. It's like I said to someone the other day. It's not like a flood where, shit gets wet and some of it you can salvage. This is it's gone. Everything is burned. You're done. And all that man-made shit. Now there's these conspiracy theories coming up. Who was it? Lionel. There's a piece of work. I remember him back when I worked at WFLA. He posted something. I just saw it on Twitter. And there's a picture of a bunch of homes burned. Home here, and then like live trees all around them. And they're going, do you see anything wrong with this picture? Be honest and be bold. And I thought a minute, I'm like, oh, we're starting the conspiracy theories again. Look, Mart, it's a special laser weapon they used. They could target homes and the ones that didn't even burn the trees. It's Mr. Burns. What the? Yes, fires can burn like that because man-made shit catches fire really fast. And, you know, if there's a live tree, it's not going to burn. Live trees don't really burn. You can look at this photo here even. Look at this. All this, you can see all the live vegetation. It doesn't burn, okay? It's like a wet rag or something, okay? It's going to be singed. Now, in the picture here, you're not going to see close up, but there's going to be a lot of damage into this tree, these leaves and stuff. But here, to the untrained eye, people will just see this photo and go, how is that tree still alive? Oh, wait. Marge, how is that tree still alive? It's a conspiracy. It's Mr. Burns. So, just so you know, folks, fires can burn exactly like that. House to house to house, and the trees are left look like they're left alone in a picture. They're really not. You get up close and they're singed like crazy. But yeah, fires do that. Man-made shit goes up fast. We got chemicals and plastics and all kinds of shit that our stuff is made of, and the paints and everything. Absolutely, man. Jumps to the next house. Because the fire doesn't. The fire just looks for shit that's flammable. It's like an alcoholic that looks for anything that's alcohol. You know, it's like, oh, hey, this fucking water, fuck that. You know, you put a fire, same way. It's like burner. It's just looking for shit that's gonna catch. And if it doesn't catch, it's like, oh, go over here. Maybe there's something over here that'll catch. Oh, look, man-made shit. Whole house goes up. Yeah, it does, man. It does. So cut the crap, Lionel. Working people up. And people, you should have seen the tweets in there. They were actually going, I see what you mean. Okay, Lionel, whatever. You know, you people, you're not helping. You're not helping. The real conspiracy is the Governor Brown administration and their regulations. They have blood on their hands and they're murderers, as far as I'm concerned. I'm serious. This is just awful. This is just awful. You know? I mean, and these people, right? In California and all these other, what's the first thing they do when a hurricane hits? Let's just see how they handle the cleanup, right? They're freaking, how they say, they're throwing shade. They're throwing shade over here on these people. And then, you know, this happens to them. It's like, oh, well, look who is not prepared. So Governor Brown was ignoring the fact that you have to clear out dry brush. I mean, these are jobs they could create. Clear out the dry brush, take the timber out. You don't favor not doing something smart when the end result is a high percentage, especially in this climate, that people are going to lose their lives, their homes. Shit's just going to burn up. It's moronic. It's almost beyond comprehension, actually. Really. But I digress. Wow, don't get me going. I mean, I'm just upset. That just makes me angry. So yeah. What else? Are we done with the tweets yet? Come on. I could get Nancy Pelosi as many votes as she wants in order for her to be Speaker of the House. She deserves this victory. She has earned it, okay? She has earned it. She's earned it, folks. You like it, right? Everybody wants... But there are those in the party who are trying to take it away, okay? They're going to take it away. She will win. I think she will. Did you see the footage? That stupid Cortez broad. She's like having this rally or this little, you know, tom-tom drum, you know, these, you know, and all these people, they look like they came out of the same person's basement. They're just sitting there, you know, watching her with like, oh my God. But just look at her talking. This is just amazing. Oh my God. Just like a rock star. They're just watching her, you know, and she's, and you see they're just, you know, they're so young and fucking stupid. And with this one kid, he's looking up at her and he's going, he does this. I'm not kidding. I swear. I wish I had the video, but this is good enough. This is just as good, folks. Me doing this, believe me. And then this kid's looking up at her and he goes like this. He's like, look, he's got this passionate look. He goes, oh, listen, when I was that age, you know what? They'd have called me a freaking dork. Look at him, dude. Yeah, this is disgusting. These people are so dumb. They don't even realize how dumb they are. That's always a bad situation when someone's so dumb they don't know how dumb they are. That's usually not good. Here we go. Isn't it ironic that large caravans of people are marching to our border wanting USA asylum because they are fearful of being in their country? Okay? In their country, folks. Their country. Yet they are proudly waving their country's flag. Unbelievable. This is so stupid. Can this be possible? Yes, because it's all a big con, okay? It's all a big con. And the American taxpayer is paying for it, okay? Like I said before, folks, if somebody camped out at your doorstep until you let them in, that's exactly how it is. And, you know, then you have to pay for everything for them. And yeah, it's a great world. Now, the Ninth Circuit Court overturns this Trump. What he wants to do is make a new law where it's like, if you come in here illegally, jump the fence or whatever, you don't get asylum. You know, you don't get a hearing. You don't get. You've basically nixed the fact that, you know, you're disqualified now since you did. Ninth Circuit Court comes in and says, no, that's not true. We're not going to let you do that. You have to let him in. And Trump's like, listen, don't fuck with me because I tell you what, he's mad about it because obviously, I mean, it makes sense, right? If someone breaks into your house, you have to let them stay. Well, that's the law on the books. Well, that's stupid. Who the hell would want a law like that? What kind of sense does that make? We'll break in and they'll let us, hey, man, we can break into the country. They will let us stay, man. That's how fucking stupid Americans are, man. Stupid laws, man. We can get in there. That is going to be so cool, man. Now they get up to the border and they're like, oh, shit, SA, they ain't going to let us in, bro. We have to wait here in Tijuana like 6 months and shit. Shit, bro, I did not see this shit come, man. This sucked, bro. Anyway, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. And then you know about all the voting thing. And but that immigration thing really burns me up because it just makes no sense to anybody, really. I mean, why would you get let in somewhere? It reminds me. Let's take a simpler example. How about a no trespassing sign? Okay, something a little more mild, okay? Not a country, a no trespassing sign. So let's say, you know, a guy, farmer, whatever, has a no trespassing sign on his property, okay, on his ranch. And you go over and you jump the fence, you know, or you cut the wire. You cut the farmer's razor wire, okay? And you get in. So, you know, does the no trespassing sign, does that mean no trespassing until you get across the fence? Then you can stay, or then the farmer, he has to come out and then he's like, well, I'll be damned, you got to cross my fence. Well, according to law, I guess I'm going to have to let you stay. You folks bring the kids on in, and that'll be just fine. And yeah, you can stay here. We'll feed you, and we'll get your health care in order. Hell, my wife will homeschool your kids, and it's going to be a great time. Really? That's what we're doing as a country when people cheat us, when they go across our no trespassing sign. Hey, SA! And the Mexicans, this is the best part, right? The Mexicans in Tijuana. Yes, I know how to speak it. They're pissed. And they're marching. They're saying, we don't get the fuck out of here, man. We don't. They're like saying, hey, you freaking dirty Hispanics, get the hell out of our... They said, and somebody was trying to make on a talk show. They're like, well, how can they be racist if it's another Hispanic? They're like, listen, there's different groups, okay, of Hispanics, which is true. And I know I've mentioned on this show before, it's the same with the Asians, the Orientals. I'm not a rug. Whatever I say you are. So they don't, so the Asians, you know, like the Chinese, they think all the low countries that are Asians, the Thais and Vietnam, they think all those are like, they are low people. They are very low people. I mean, no, they really, they do. I mean, just I've known a few and talked to them, you know, and so the upper, they think the lower. It's the same here, you know. So you got Mexico, and then you got Honduras. They're way down south. Oh, those dirty Southerners. Well, I guess that's how it works, folks. That's it. So, let's get back to business. So this was funny. I got to tell you this before I go. There's so much else I got to talk about, but I'm not going to because I don't want this show to run on. I got things to do. So here's the thing. So I'm at the gym. Okay, I'm at the gym. This was yesterday. And, you know, I'll tell you, the thing is, okay, first of all, my personality, being a comedian and whatnot, okay, it doesn't exactly go over well in a gym. So, you know, in a gym, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not funny. Unless somebody comes up to me and, you know, says something like, hey, man, can you spot me? I'm like, yeah, sure, there you are, man. In which case I get a blank stare. Huh? Usually, I've only done it a few times. But no, usually people you meet at the gym are really, usually they're nice people. But they just don't talk much because everybody's there, you know. They're building their muscles, and it's kind of a private thing. And you know, if you're serious about it, you know, there's an element of concentration in it. And I don't particularly like being interrupted. You know, I always joke about it, especially if you go to a big gym. I have like 3 different memberships, different places. But if you go to a place like LA Fitness, there'll always be this group of guys, and usually it's the older guys in my age group and older, but they're usually they're standing around in a big group, you know, in their sweatpants and and their bald heads. But no, and they're standing there and they're all talking and laughing about stuff. And, you know, I'm over here training my ass. I look back and they're still talking, you know, like a half hour later. Like, well, you know, guys, you need to get to work. Less talking, more lifting, okay? Let's do it. Do it. Do it now. Get to it. So, now, when I'm in the gym, people would never know I'm a comedian when I'm in the gym. They would never know. I am so serious because I've got, you know, I'm there for another reason. I'm not there to be funny and entertain people. And I rarely talk to someone unless someone talks to me. I just don't. So yesterday I was at another gym. I was at, where was I yesterday? Planet Fitness. It's a smaller one. I go there sometimes when I don't have to do other certain things. It's a more simple workout, really. And my favorite thing, though, I'll tell you about Planet Fitness, right? On all the equipment, they got this little slogan, no judging. You know, we don't judge anybody. And then they got this big fucking sign on the wall, right? You know where I'm going with this, probably. And it says, it talks about Ricky. Ricky, Ricky is a big bodybuilder type. He wears a string bodybuilding tank top and he has a gallon jug of water. Ricky grunts and throws. It's like, oh, no judgment, but except for that guy. I've been that guy. No, I never got to the point where I took the water jug. I have my 1 liter. That's good. I think that's that's good. That's fine enough. That's enough for me. And so anyway, I was at Planet Fitness yesterday. And like I said, I don't usually interact with people. Somebody I know, then I might say hi or something like this. But because another thing, when you're at the gym, if you know what you're doing and you know what you want to do, and you warm up, you know, you're warm, you're working out, you're training, you're writing them. So if someone starts talking to you, you cool down and you can you just lose it. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't want to talk, okay, at length. Maybe like, you know, something simple like, hey, bro. But anyway, so this guy, so yesterday I was at Planet Fitness. So I'm over here, I'm doing shoulders on a bench. And behind me is a squat rack, a Smith machine. It's the one that's on rails. So the bar is stationary. You can only, you know. So he's behind me and I'm up front. I'm doing, what was I doing? Laterals. Okay. So I'm doing laterals. Like I'm just minding my own business. I'm doing my thing. And it seemed like, you know, when you know someone's like looking at you or something, it feels like I saw this guy like glaring at me, you know, not like in a sexy way or anything, like, but I just felt like this guy. And then he wasn't a big guy, right? He was I'll tell you what he looked like. He looked like he had the look of an alcoholic, right? Right. Looked like maybe he was late 30s, early 40s. Little guy, really. Mustache, dark complexion. Just looked like an asshole, I guess. But I didn't really pay much attention. But I did notice one thing went behind me, and this is another thing I hate when people do this at the gym. First of all, no dancing at the gym, okay, please? Fuck, these people in their fucking headphones and shit, and they're like, oh, the rappers, they'll like I swear, I've seen it happen. They'll start rapping out loud. You sit there and one has made a fucking man. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But I don't say anything. So this guy, I saw him behind me. Here's another thing they do. You'll see these guys and they'll do this. They'll be like, you know, like they're boxers or something. Well, so this guy who was doing that, now he was one of these people that was all covered in, you know, heavy sweat clothes. So you could see, you know, he was a small guy underneath, and he had the single diamond stud earring, which was probably cubic zirconium. So, you know, here's what happened though. Like I said, I mean, I didn't notice this stuff until later, but so I go over to do something else, and I was waiting because there's 3 of these, and I needed one. I was going to do some shrugs to work my traps, you know, bro. And so I walk over to the other area because he had been there for like 20 minutes already, right? Doing some, I think he did some, I don't know, whatever. So then I come back, and the machine's empty, right? But there's still some little weights on the bar. And I'm always respectful. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, like an idiot. And so I'm like, well, maybe he's still around. Well, sure enough, here he comes back from getting a drink of water, right? And the only thing that let me know maybe he was still there was a little water bottle there, okay? Not like when you buy at the store, like I showed you, but like the disposable one. You just get, hey, get a bottle of water. Which you find people leave those things all over the place, right? Empty. They don't remember them. They don't pick them up. So it doesn't really mean anything. If you want to mark your place, let people know you're there. Guys, do me a favor. Bring a fucking towel. It's so easy. You just put it down where you're sitting and you use it and lets people know, oh, there's somebody there. Oh. See these guys and they're just sweating their ass off and they go up to the little paper thing and wiping off their sweat with a paper towel. I'm like, what are you, some kind of nut? Bring a towel. It's amazing. Because another thing you see when they don't bring a towel, right? If there's a bench, and you know what I'm talking about, and you walk up to a bench, and it's got this big, greasy, wet head splotch right there, right? It's like somebody took a sponge and just went, gross. It's disgusting. Bring a towel. Bring a towel. That's what I do, Donald Trump. I bring a towel, and I keep things very clean, and Melania reminds me. So this guy... I know, all right. I digress too much, don't I? But I can't help it, okay? So, should probably be on Ritalin or something. I don't know. Did you know Ritalin is like cocaine? All right, okay. Okay, so this guy, he comes back to the machine. So I figure, well, he's been here a while. I might as well just ask. Because he's stepping right back into place. And I go, I pull my headphone thing out. I said, hey, how many you got? So he looks at me. This is freaky. So he looks at me. Not like most guys would. They'd be like, probably got like 8 or something. He looks at me and goes, 8. And I go, 8? Because knowing that he had been there already like 20, 25 minutes. I go, 8? I said, that's going to be like an hour, And I had a smile. I was just kind of goofing. And here's what he did, right? Shit you not, right? The guy looks at me, he does this. Staring me down, and so, and I'm still laughing, thinking about it. So I'm like, because I still got a partial smile on my face. So I look back and I go, and then I just said, so I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck? So I just go, chill out, and I walked off. And I'm thinking, what, when that kind of stuff happens, and you go, did that really just happen? Was that guy really such a dickhead that? Wow. 8. Wow. 8. It's going to be like an hour. Ooh, scary dude. I watched as I was walking off. I'm like, is he going to take a swing at me? Jeez. Okay, last thing before I go. 49 minutes, oh. Okay, so tonight, anyway, yeah, look out for creepy people at the gym. Isn't that nuts or what? That's nuts. Go online. You can find a lot of like weird gym fights caught on camera. It's like these freaking alpha male guys think, hey, what's up, bro? So anyway, driving home tonight, and there's this lady. Okay, so so you got this turn lane. So pretend like here's the light, and then there's a turn lane if you want to go this way. Okay, and it starts like back over here. You know how the turn lane comes out. So otherwise you go straight. So I'm coming up, and I know there's a lady behind me because I always watch. So and so I'm getting over a little bit before the turn lane is painted, but I'm getting over. But I'm also keeping an eye on my side mirror because I always do, because that's the best way to avoid a catastrophe. And sure enough, as I'm getting over, she's already moved over and coming around me. And if I hadn't seen her, I'd have hit her. And she's like, she's like, vroom. I'm like, well, I assume it was a woman. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, she runs up to the turn lane, runs out into the traffic, waiting to turn, waiting for the traffic to come through so she can turn, light's green. So I'm right behind her. I'm like, yeah, watch this one. So then she finds her opportunity, zooms off, I go after her. Not a little after her, but I'm behind her. I'm watching the traffic and everything. And you can tell she's like trying to weave her way up. But she's stuck because she's behind one guy here and there's another car. She can't move and everybody's moving. And I'm like, aha. So I see my opening and I go over to the far lane and I get around in front of her. Then I see in my rearview mirror, she's like making her way up now. Like, all right, I'm going to work this so that she gets right behind me. So sure enough, here she comes. And then as soon as she makes that lane change and gets right behind me, I give her the break of death. And you see her front end dip too. I'm like, you fucking dumb broad. You deserve it. Now she drove by. I didn't see any. I didn't see anything. But she deserved it. I'm sure she knew why she got it. People always freak out when I do that. They're like, oh my God, they could have hit you. It's like, no. You don't slam on your brakes and lock them up. You just hit them real hard so that obviously they see that you're closing because, it's like, oh my God, oh my God. It's the funniest thing. I always do that to people if they piss me off. Like, oh, because if anything happens, you can say, hey, watch, the squirrel ran in front of me, man. I didn't. Come on, bro. I got 8 sets left. 8? All right, that's the show, folks. I'm getting the hell out of here. That was a lot of fun, believe me. That I can tell you. It was great. I'm Michael Clive. Like the show, or if you like it, subscribe, click the bell. You'll get notices whenever I upload something. I'm sure there will be something interesting to load out of this show. Which, God, I need help. I need somebody to help me do that stuff because I run out of time. There's so much going on all the time. Stupid clocks. Stupid time. So, all right. Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. You can follow me on Twitter. It's right up here. Comedian Clive. You can go see all my nifty tweets. Wonder why. What? How come nobody's following him? No, I have some followers, but it's so funny that I don't even bother. I don't tweet every day, and it's like I got so many other things to do, so much else going on up here. It's like I can't imagine the people, and there are those. That's all they do all day long is tweet and Facebook post and tweet and Facebook. It's like a frenzy. It's sick, and I want nothing to do with it. I never tweet or Facebook from my phone. I don't do it. I never do it. I'm perfectly fine with the thoughts I have going on up here all the time, and I do well. I make money with those thoughts, and but it's just crazy. I always think of these people who are spending so much time with the tweets and everything, and I think, what were these people doing like 30, 40 years ago? What would they have been doing with their time? I always think that. It's like, this is not right, man. I got 8 sets left. Okay, all right. Okay. You'll be thinking about that all night now. This guy was an asshole. That was so bizarre, man. He just looked at me like a psychopath. And those kind of people, you don't want to provoke them because you don't know what they're going to. I mean, that's another thing. You hear people say stuff like, I ain't afraid of anything. Well, there is a certain level of intelligence to being able to perceive a danger, potential, something that, I didn't. It's like, I'll kick his ass and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, well, that was easy. But then he came back with a knife. I didn't think of that. Stuck me in the back. I was in the hospital for 50 days. And it's like, that probably could have been avoided. You just avoid him. People are nuts. Anyway, I'm Michael Clive. Thanks, folks, for watching, and catch some other stuff. There's all kinds of stuff. You can Google my name. You can look Michael Clive up on YouTube. There's tons and tons. There's 10 years of stuff there. 10 years, folks. Believe me. That I can tell you. I'm Michael Clive, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. 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 Excuse me. I'm talking. Excuse me.